this is Critting Grin. We're back. Join us as we play Dungeons & Dragons, the 5th edition around Ye Old Table. Throwing dice, telling stories, and creating legacies. With me as always, the Critiots, the Crit Crew. And to my left we have...
I'm Brian. I play Aimon Drevin, the aquatic half-elf Bardadin. And, Aimon is getting annoyed with not ever being able to sleep, but is also happy that he's got a lot more health.
And I'm Jason, playing Nox, a changeling rogue. I am sound asleep because I'm very proud and content of my excellent shopping episode.
And I'm Katie, playing Ilias Idolwyn, an Air Genasi druid, who also is soundly asleep because he didn't want to deal with it this time.
I'm Maria. I'm playing Rilda, the drow ranger, who isn't soundly asleep, but doesn't regret taking the shot regardless of who it was hitting.
Except Bruno, right?
Well, right, of course.
Okay, good.
This particular shot.
I'm Ashley. I'm playing Runa, who had a great last shopping episode. Basically, it was really cool. I just sent my girlfriend out, and she bought all the stuff for me, and I didn't have to actually go to the stores. It was great.
It's like a click list.
So.
And I'm Eric. I get the privilege of being your Grin Master, or GM, for this chapter of our tale. So last we left off, there was a disturbance down below in the Dragon Auntie's tavern. An arrow was shot. Let's roll initiative. Rilda, what do you got?
15.
And Aimon, what do you got?
20.
Okay. So, in midst of an arrow, there was an arrow that was let loose after you took 1 to, I believe it was the shoulder. I'm probably wrong on that. Anyway, as the arrow is flying, simultaneously, and another arrow from Tennant is released, they will collide Robin Hood style and split and shatter, dropping into the floor. But first to react is going to be Aimon with a 20.
Cool. I am going to look at Tennant, and I'm going to cast Hold Person. So he has to make a Wisdom saving throw. DC is 19.
He is going to have not enough. So as he's getting ready to knock another arrow, he'll stop.
Halt! And yeah, he's paralyzed.
It was his turn next, so it goes right to Rilda as he is frozen in the attempting to draw an arrow from his quiver.
Ah! Son of a bitch! Dude, what is your problem? Aimon, this is Tennant. Remember, I told y'all he was gonna get summoned over here because we got this thing. You think we should try and ask him questions?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Let's see here. Can I see any, obviously, like, magical, I don't know. What does he have on?
He
like,
is
visibly?
head to toe in some sort of wondrous looking thing.
Okay.
From his cape to rings to quiver to bow to boots. They all look better than a average ranger.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, I think I want to just... walk up and see if I can't grab his bow.
Yep, so you go up and he obviously has his hands clenched around his bow. So you can attempt to wrestle it, but it won't come free because he's held. Unless you wish to, like, do something gruesome to remove the bow.
I don't want to...
He's just paralyzed.
Yeah, but he's got a death clench on his...
Yeah. I mean, I do too. I get it. Aimon, can he blink or anything? Can I do anything to communicate?
His eyes move like he's tracking you, but that's it. There's no blinking, no nothing, but the eyes will track.
Okay. I'm going to look him directly in the eye and ask him, if I have him let you go, will you talk to us?
No reply as he's like
glares further.
Great.
frozen. Eyes just staring.
Oh my goodness.
Left. Yes.
Right.
Right. No.
Do the old intimidate. They're coming.
Golly, this is a difficult one. I will take my rope out. I have 50 feet of rope. Everybody's favorite thing to have, mundane item. And I'm gonna use my action to tie his feet together.
Okay.
Just,
So
know.
you start wrapping it as tight as you can. He's kind of in a like off stance essentially because he was bracing himself for the shot, but you will
I'm just
put rope as tight as you can around it.
I'm not trying to do any intricate knots. I'm just trying to make it so he can't just like immediately run away physically.
Okay.
You want me to
That's
roll
fair.
like a sleight of hand or anything
I
athletic?
don't think so.
Okay.
If you're not trying to like knot it up, I'm sure you can like weave it between the legs enough to restrain him
Right. And then
for at least a couple seconds or something.
then I'll be a nice person and bring a chair behind him.
Okay.
So if he decides he wants to just sit down and be cool,
How long
he
does
can.
this
You're
last?
so kind, my lord.
So he gets to make a wisdom saving throw on his turn. So,
okay.
for a minute. So.
Okay.
And then I'll say to Imon, I other than just shooting him again, I really don't know what else to do. So his feet are tied up, and I don't know. The only way we're gonna ask him anything is if you drop this.
Well, you feel it break because he will at this point be able to break it with. It was a 19 was the DC, so he'll have 20, so he will break. And then he's like, ugh, pulls the arrow, but hesitates after, like he was in the act of doing it and just kind of like follow through, and then he's looking around.
It's us. Remember me? I insulted you as I left your house.
I'm here for the dark heart. Give me the dark heart and you won't die. That's what he'll say.
Well, no, but
Why do you need it?
Because if I do not get it, my wife will die. That's what he'll say.
Die by who?
The Empress.
same. We obviously need this to save the world, and if your wife lives through this and then dies in the inevitable coming of all the evils, it won't matter.
Oh, she won't die. We'll be safe, is what he'll say. Very confident.
No, you won't. What timeline is required to return the Dark Heart to the Empress?
He wasn't given a specific timeline, just to retrieve it. That's also how he found you. So he'll chime in.
Locate object.
Right.
Yeah. That's perfectly fine. We have completed the Dark Heart. We've got what's necessary to complete it. Tell you what, we will help you save your wife.
She shot up like, what? Sorry, it broke me. It was like a dog laying there half asleep and hear a bag rustle. What?
Pardon?
Go ahead. Back to
Just having
immersion.
to look up at the same time.
Bad arrow.
We will help you save your wife and take down the Empress. In doing so, you will help us take down the Demigorgon.
Oh, that's good. Give me persuasion.
Can I... Well, actually, let's see. Do I even have... No, I don't. Shit. Okay, never mind. Persuasion. That's a 19. I rolled a 6.
I was gonna say you
His body language is going to show relax. He'll tuck away the arrow. And then he is going to have a seat in the chair.
You're so kind.
And he will gently remove the rope that is around his feet.
I'll take that, thank you.
And he will hand it back to you.
Yeah, so I think what Imon is alluding to is that the only way that you can come in contact with this heart is if you help us do with it what we need to. We're not gonna sacrifice the world or I'm not gonna sacrifice the world for your wife. I know you will, but I won't. I need a place for my family to thrive in the future, and no place is not a place where I want to be. So, I'm not a woman of many words,
He'll,
but
he'll extend his hand to shake someone's hand. I agree to these terms.
Alright, I'll reach out and shake his hand.
You'll feel this kind of bond or magic kind of sealing the deal, essentially. There'll be a tiny mark that appears sparkling on the top of your hand as his. And when you pull it apart, for a split second, you'll see like this thin little golden tether that'll dissipate. But essentially, it'll be like a pact, a magical pact. That he is committed to you as long as you are committed to him. It's a way to secure that you don't backstab him and he doesn't you.
Okay.
The magic is something you've never seen before. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Alright.
well, I'm glad we can finally see eye to eye on something. I think that we, can leave our negative experiences in the past. Obviously, you know what love means, and I'm just learning, so let's grow together.
We need to get some rest and inform the rest of our group of what has transpired. Then we will be able to head out, save your wife.
I will be here when you are ready. He's just gonna sit. He'll like stand up and then he like tucks his legs underneath and he sits like cross-legged on the chair. Puts his bow in his lap and he's like waiting.
Wow. Okay. I guess I will. Yeah, Dark Shadow Realm.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna. So you're free to come up to my room if you would like.
Oh.
Yeah.
He just seems as if he's meditating.
Make your thruple a quadruple.
I'm gonna go back and sit at the door of my room and just keep watch for the rest of the night. Make sure Runa gets some sleep.
Okay.
I'll wake up sleepily. What was that, dear?
Oh, everything's fine. I got it under control.
You're beautiful. Turn right back over.
I'm gonna head up and try to get some rest.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Sure.
Where was Never mind. Different game.
Give me a wisdom saving throw for the attempt of rest.
Come on.
The rest of you will get a successful long rest.
Oh. Hey, 16.
Yay!
It takes you a minute to calm down. Your head, being a content creator, I know what this is like. Your head is constantly twirling with ideas and things all the
As an
time, to where
influencer.
it takes you a long time to settle down, but if finally you quiet down your thoughts and you're able to go to get a rest. The rest of you will obviously wake up before Aimon, as he requires 8 hours. Daylight arises, slowly kind of warming the Dragon's Ante Tavern. Business begins to pick up as servers and bartenders are all there. There's a few people whispering murmurs of who's this crazy person sitting in a chair, as the bartender says, he must be part of the plan.
He must be part of the plan.
They don't bother him, and he doesn't bother them, but he's still just meditating where he's at.
I'll be sure to let Runa know, like, Tennant's here.
Ooh, I liked Tennant. He didn't murder you?
He didn't.
Aw.
We were at each other's throat.
You guys have made such progress in your relationship. I'm so proud.
I even chose not to shoot him again. I know.
So proud of you.
But
Sound of a broom. Shh. Sweeping up arrow bits that have been left on the floor.
But I'll basically
Shattered
clue
mug.
them into, like, Rilda's rendition of how heroically she made him submit to her will with this hard situation, even though it was definitely Aimon.
Yep. Imon's definitely making that little face. And I'm like, oh yeah, honey, yep.
Oh, yeah, no,
I'm
he
feeling
couldn't-
bad.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that's right.
feeling bad.
He could. He
Good
took,
job, honey.
Right. He took one arrow and then he just couldn't handle a second, so he finally just agreed to whatever we demanded of
Can
him.
Tennant overhear this? Is this downstairs or up in our room?
Up in our
sweetie?
room. I'm
Okay,
definitely
thank
like doing the we're getting ready for the day, and I'm just giving you the no big deal. This is what happened on my watch. Just typical.
Thanks for this
typical
cloak of protection. It was so warm to sleep in last night.
protection from the cold and from damage.
Elisa's gonna walk downstairs, see Tennant there, just be like, That's a problem for later and go up to the bar.
I will start
The person with the broom is like, who keeps leaving these feathers? And she starts incorporating any feathers that may have fallen from your plumage.
Now I'm just gonna do the same thing I've done for like the last week and start off the day drinking.
Can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
Whatever, just get me something that hits hard.
Is it day drinking? You can never stop drinking.
Then it's just drinking.
Nighttime is part of the day.
So you will be provided with a drink of your liking. And then the rest of you will see that Imon is not downstairs. You will see Tennant as he is still kind of... At this point, his head is lowered. The cloak falls over the eyes. You're assuming he's in some sort of either trance or sleep or rest.
I'll be kind and get a cup of coffee, an energizing morning beverage that's not alcoholic or alcoholic, I suppose. I don't know.
It's got shot value in it.
Right.
I was gonna say
Irish coffee. Yeah.
I feel like
Ireland?
personally I would want like a warm
It's a
cup
land
of
with
milk.
eyes. Just all eyes.
Aye, early.
What's coffee?
It's
Cup of brown.
It's Coveve.
Maybe.
You will be provided with a very hot black cup of coffee.
And be like, can I have some warmed cream?
They look really strange at you.
Yep. Just a mug of it for the coffee.
They will
Not for...
bring
Not
back
for
like
me to
a
drink.
glass jar of just
Goat milk.
warm milk or like room temperature.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put the coffee and I'm gonna start like
Pasteurized, freshly.
Right.
Fresh from the under... I mean, that's actually delicious. I'll drink the coffee while she's like drinking the creamer.
Yep.
Thanks, darling. So yeah, Tennant's kind of with us now, which I think could be good. He seems pretty OP, you know, super powerful.
I mean, he was like one of the saviors of the world with my...
That's true. And he's got the, like, for his wife is in danger, I guess. So he's got that, like,
I guess.
like that taken mentality. Like, he's like, you're not gonna fuck with my wife. Yeah, she's so sweet, right?
Insight would tell you, your passive insight is good enough to know that he's madly in love with this woman for sure. You can see it. He is willing to go to hell and back, essentially, to...
He literally has, I think, too.
I mean, he was friends with Flurry of Blizzard. I'm gonna go give him a cup of coffee, too. So I'll bring a cup of coffee over to the mug and set it in front of him.
Okay, like an offering.
Yep.
Here.
Sorry to interrupt your meditation, but...
He doesn't react. He maintains vigilant. I would say that those of you that are rangers or fighters know that this is something that's probably common for someone who would be like in the battlefield a lot or has seen a lot of action. You can tell that like when you get near him, his subtle body movements know that he's alert. Either he's listening or something, but then he quickly gets a quick rest. So he's had a lot of time to adjust to battle life, which is a good thing, maybe.
So, Imond was up with you last night?
Yeah,
should we let him sleep a little longer?
I think that's probably for the best. I think it wasn't just the sleep that was getting to him, but, you know, he definitely needs that at the very least. It'll help. But a cup of coffee prepared for him would be probably nice.
We'll keep one warm for him.
How much longer did he need? Like an hour extra or 2 hours? Do we know?
I mean, if you want to go like strictly by the book, I'm pretty sure that once it breaks, you got to start 8 hours over.
Oh, fun. Okay.
But I don't think I want to go that depth. Like a couple hours, we'll say a couple hours, he can get it equivalent to a long rest. I'm kind of benevolent like that.
We'll have gone back up and I think packed everything up.
Yeah,
So
and
we'll be sitting down there like on vacation, like ready to go.
doing our crossword. Trying to figure out who we can hook up with who, you know, that's
Actually, we'll probably be like, so should we get
So are you
married
guys
now,
gonna like
or-
basically stay waiting?
We need Imon.
a couple hours. Okay, you will get a delivery from Spamazon with the things that you purchased: your golden ring and what was it, the armor?
Yes.
Yep. Your order has been delivered.
Spamazon.
From Spamazon.
Ooh, look at this.
They're really big in Spamalot. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, lovely. Yes, the items I ordered for you have arrived. Good,
Thanks,
good.
dear.
Yes. Just as they said they would. I
I'll
like
put
this
my
town.
new studded leather on. I'll make some little poses like, oh, look at this.
I don't know what this means, but I'm doing it. Seems important.
I think that's how they magically take a picture.
Oh, I'm making a memory. Memory.
Memories.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do? Time will pass. If not, we can all reconvene as an entire group, if that's okay. Then we will do our scenes, fade, swipe, whatever. Yep. And then you will have completed a long rest. You will hear laughing and joking and things like that potentially taking place downstairs.
LOL. LOL. You're so funny.
Dear, what does LOL mean?
Lots of love.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
The old days.
Some of us have had coffee and we're up too early.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna head downstairs.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Did Rilda fill you guys in on everything that's gonna be going on?
Oh, I
Yeah.
told
We
him
got
all
Tennant
about
here.
how we saved the day. I saved the day.
No.
As you guys point to Tennant, he will literally unfold his legs and stand very smoothly and sits proper in the chair,
All right.
focused on the table.
Well,
Slowly bends down and grabs a cup of coffee.
Nice and cold.
Stone cold.
I was gonna say it'll get cold, and I'll just take it, and I'll just put a fresh one there. This has happened for 2 hours.
No, I prefer it cold.
You want iced coffee? Let me pour some of my creamer in it.
Now that Tennant's also with the land of the living, should we maybe run our plan by him and see if he might have other cool ideas that could be more conducive to?
well,
I was gonna say we have a
before-
plan.
I mean, yeah, we were gonna go and find the new font of magic, but before we do that, we need to save Tennant's wife.
Oh yeah, kill the Empress.
And kill the Empress.
Where's the Empress?
Last we saw her, she was in the
She
shadow
resides
realm.
in the realm of shadows.
Oh, so we could go back there. Okay.
Yes.
That is where
so,
she acquired my wife, along with her minions.
So we gotta go deal
Ooh,
with
so
that.
she must have done this that's interesting. She was waiting at the portal.
Wrong Empress.
Damn it.
That's Queen Mother.
Oh, that's the Queen Mother. Okay, we're good now. Empress
Empress.
attacked us in the city.
Correct.
Who was
And she's now a tiefling.
reincarnated
Yes.
as a tiefling.
Yes.
Correct. Who is mad with
Madness.
rage.
Yes.
Power.
Her consort is basically the one that kind of keeps her level-headed, if you want to call it that. You guys ran into that with Amaret as she was rage-hating the village.
I think
Trying to find Tennant.
She's a little pissed off at the fact that I think she's no longer her drow self.
I mean, she was violently
So-
murdered.
And that wasn't even us.
So-
Right, and that wasn't even us.
Correct, but we
Big
kind of
up, Shadow King.
we kind of had a little bit to deal with that. But anyways, so where are you supposed to be meeting with the Empress to drop off the Dark Heart?
There's no information. I just have to find her in the
In the
Shadowfell.
Shadowfell.
And
Okay.
track her.
I was gonna say, he's a legendary tracker. The fangirling has started a little bit.
Excuse me? About to be a competition?
I think
You
that
see-
couple's going to be a
I think-
throuple.
We're about to adopt 2 new. Okay, well, Tennant, I guess lead the way. I mean, I don't it's kind of your story arc here. What's the quickest way? Should we be bringing something specific back with us to help with this? Other than you, obviously. Please help us.
and
Save us.
The Dark Heart is what she requires,
What do you think she's going to do with
which
this?
I'm sure you're probably wearing around your neck securely.
What is she going to
Good
do with the Dark
thinking,
Heart?
Armand, is what the old man will say.
Well,
Do we have any idea what she wants?
Probably summon the
well, no.
planar
I'm-
thing.
So here's the thing. There is 2 possibilities. possibility number one is she wants to try and use it to control the Demigorgon. Or option two, she wants to use it to destroy the Demigorgon because she was not planning on releasing the Demigorgon. She had taken control of the Shadow Giant King in order to resurrect, I believe, their god, the Spider Queen.
Somebody pays attention in class.
So the fact
That's a good
Got
thing.
3 people inside there. That's
the
not
fact
fair.
that
Right?
the Demigorgon, well, she was under the assumption that she could use the font of magic to bring the god through. The problem was she didn't realize that font of magic was actually being used to imprison the Demigorgon.
The Shadow King lured into a falsehood. He kept basically preaching, this is where you need to go, this is how you set her free, when in all in turn, all you want to do is release the
Ulterior
chaos.
Right. So
maybe she's going after
hear
him
me
as
out
a-
here.
Yeah.
If it's option 2, and she's going to use it to destroy the Demogorgon, could we maybe make like a little deal going on
the
here?
enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Tennant is
look
going
at
to chime
Tennant.
in and say,
I
I
doubt
believe
that.
your first theory is correct. I think she's going to use it to
Control.
control, to use
And
against.
Could we
And then-
control? If we had it, could we control the Demogorgon?
Tennant's aware that we have the Dark Heart.
Okay.
He's the one that
He's
gave
the
it
one who
to
gave
us.
it.
Oh yeah, that's
He
right.
also used it to track me down. That's how he found us.
Control,
No.
yeah, that's what Tennant's going to agree with.
Hmm.
The creature is utter mental chaos.
So
It can,
So she's
the dark heart can
delusional.
definitely weaken, but the whole point of the dark heart was to basically gain the ally of the solar. That's what it was constructed for, to protect and keep safe a solar, to aid in the destruction.
What?
Yeah.
So.
We did achieve that.
yeah.
I mean, we did, yes, 100%. We achieved that, but I thought by having the, heart of the Solar, I mean, we could have also just used the feather to summon the Solar and convince it to fight alongside of us to defeat a Demigorgon right then and there, hopefully.
Oh,
But
so we didn't actually.
The problem with that is you don't have the solar service. So if you were to summon right in the middle of combat,
it could have attacked us.
right, you needed to do that to basically protect it too, because magics couldn't affect it. So if you look, point out there's different various runes that protect other things from affecting it. So other magics can't penetrate past. It's protected.
Okay, so there is a use to it. Okay.
Yeah. And-
I'm not very.
And then
Magically
on top of it,
inclined.
it has influence on the Demigorgon. Like having it with you, using it as, like shining it forth, it will have some influence on him, but not enough to like mind control him or weaken him. He's going to be like a vampire to sunlight, get away with it.
Because, the initial thing that you had said was just like, oh, now you have a solar on your side. And I was just like, motherfucker, we could have done that from the get-go without needing the dark heart that you crafted. But that makes more sense.
Right.
Thank you, Tennant.
Mm-hmm.
I hate magic. Wizardy, sorcery, artifacts, sometimes.
I just like
are
to
a
sing
pain
and
in
it
the
sounds
ass.
amazing.
That's why I'm stuck in here. Magic.
Also, Tennant.
Hashtag magic.
Tennant.
He looks. He doesn't say much.
Can we get the guy out of Imon's head? Can you help with that?
He had already said that he couldn't.
Oh.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I was totally. Yeah, I mean, I heard that conversation.
Yeah.
That was when we first met with him.
That's right.
I think you were too busy insulting him over something.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, look at him.
Also, the fact that Tennant and Lorian never really got along because they bicker with each other a lot. Because
I mean,
That's
if he
because
can help
he's
with
always
saving your
wrong.
wife,
huh?
if he could help with saving your wife, wouldn't it? I mean, if he's on the outside, it'll probably be more useful. I don't know. I'm speculating.
Outside.
Let's get moving.
Tennant is going to say, well, the chances of him attempting to save my wife out of the goodness of his heart is far and few between.
I thought we like fixed him or whatever.
Who?
We made him like have a
non-evil.
I did do the.
I don't think we gave him a benevolent one though. Like we shifted the bar, but it didn't go like
Not that far.
neutral at best.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe it's a little less chaotic, but still, yeah, I'd say more chaotic neutral still.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we thinking? Go back to the Shadowfell, hide out in some buildings, snipe them as they walk into the middle of the square situation?
There's a safe crossing in a small hamlet in the Twisted Timbers. Let me get my thing straight there.
Okay.
The hamlet is called Twin Falls. It's a crossing I use quite often. The townsfolk there and I have a good rapport. It's very safe and should put us in a safe place when we go into the Shadowfell.
We'll like hike my
Yeah,
pack on
we use
and
the portal in the basement to get to the Twisted Timbers.
Is that the same one we came through? Or is it a different one, Tennant?
What?
In the safe house, there's the portal.
Tennant didn't use the portal, the same portal you got. You guys use that portal.
But we could
yes.
use the portal to get
He
to
came
the
another
Twisted
way.
Timbers.
He's got other ways in and out of the Twisted Timbers.
Okay.
Definitely a safe place to go into would be great. And then, I guess, feel our way from there. Will you be able to have a sense of where she's at once you get there? Or at least,
I'll find her.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Let's follow the stench of evil.
Okay.
Follow his heart towards his wife.
Well, then I guess we will follow your lead, Tennant, and
Then we leave, and he's ready to go right now.
Hiya!
I mean, like,
Ready?
are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Not
We
really.
may never get to shop again. We know how much everybody loves shopping episodes.
I have like 20 gold left.
400 if anybody needs gold, but
Health potions, that's what we need.
I will buy...
I think we have quite a
Yeah.
few.
Health
I know.
potions, that's what we need.
I know I have 2 potions of greater healing.
Are
a
greater
potion-
100?
Potion of superior.
Greater healings are a lot more than 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a
Anywhere
potion
between
of superior,
like 250 to 500,
potion
depending on
of
where you go.
vitality. But the potion of vitality we'll be using just before fighting the Demigorgon.
You gave the plan away.
Everybody's
My
good. Then
bad.
Tennant will lead you. Do you wish to
yeah.
use the teleportation circle here, or do you wish to venture out in the city, following him on a random goose chase? 'Cause you
I
have no
mean-
idea where he's going to take you.
Which one do we think is faster?
We need to
tell
save
Tennant,
time.
like, we can teleport from here into the Twisted Timbers unless you have a fast route to get to the Twisted Timbers instead of just hiking.
His form of teleportation is outside of Merchant's Landing a bit. It'd probably take half a day to walk there, get there, hike there.
So let's use the portal in the basement?
Well, it also depends, though, because it might be a different location in the Twisted Timbers that's closer to where he knows.
He's going to give you the description based off his... It's kind of in the pathway you guys were going. It's not probably like a day or so, maybe 2 days total hike or march or walk or however from Tethira. Kind of in that direction. But you guys were already on the pathway.
We need to save time, Tennant, so whatever you think is the most expeditious route.
So either
We
you're
must
gonna
take that.
you're gonna take this one really quick and have to hike from that outpost all the way back to where you were, which is a week ish, or you're gonna take half a day.
And go
Right.
out past Tethira. Yeah, let's
Let's do
Let's
it.
go his way.
follow him.
It'll give us a chance to kind of get, an idea of what's happening out there, too.
So he takes leave. You guys will leave the Dragon's Andy Tavern, and he will begin to march you in a northeastern direction out of Merchant's Landing. The atmosphere is a little different outside. There's a lot of people that seem a little on edge. You're probably going to see some like town criers or postings kind of giving updates on things that's happening around. There's reportings of like strange outages of magic. There's slight reports of large creatures encroaching on, small villages and things. Like things are beginning to get a little crazy or chaotic. Nothing like the world's going to end just yet, but it's getting a little chaotic. So I don't know what else to say. So you guys will spend the half a day. I'd like everybody to give me a Constitution save just to see about walking if anybody gets exhausted or not. There will be some rough patches of terrain and things that have to climb. Okay, that's good.
19.
Good.
Nat 25.
Oh, good.
14.
Good.
22.
Awesome. Everybody's good. You guys are going to come into this small little cluster of rocks, and surrounded by some foliage and a couple trees, and he's going to move into that cluster of rocks. You see that he reaches down to, about a palm-sized rock. He lifts it up, and there's a small dirt hole that's dug there. He reaches into this hole, pulls out this probably 2.5 inch in diameter red stone, and then he puts the rock down. He's going to reach into his bag, and he'll grab another stone that's the same shape, but like just regular stone. He puts it up to his lips, he whispers something into it, and it warms and glows red, and he replaces the stone that he took with the new stone. He takes the one that he had retrieved originally, and he's going to ask everybody if they're ready. He asks to come gather around, and when he does, he's going to throw it on the ground. When it does, it hits the ground, and you think it's going to hit with a thud, but it almost is like a water balloon, just and it spreads out, forming kind of this crawling vein-like circle. And then, as you guys are,
I'm going to shapeshift into a drow, thematically as this is going on.
Okay. As this happens, all of you see these kind of tendrils that are veining or spreading out are going to lash up around your feet or ankles. And there's a sensation of falling as you are pulled into darkness.
What the fuck?
That's fun.
You guys will, within a matter of seconds, you'll find yourself in this kind of dissipating energy, red energy circle as you are inside the Twisted Timbers.
I hate that.
It's dark,
Love her back.
and the energy and the life seems to be fading still. Ever more.
Ooh, even darker.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell kind of teleportation was that?
Follow me, is all he says.
Tough crowd.
It takes a minute to look around his surroundings, get his bearings.
Everything seemed copacetic as you left it.
Takes a knee, grabs a pinch of fey dirt,
Cool.
kind of rubs it between his fingers,
Is he gonna lick it?
throws it
Thank you
down,
for your noises.
throws it down, and then starts heading in the direction and says, "Come, follow." And starts marching through, kind of pushing branches and things aside.
As much as I possibly can, I'm going to be scribbling in my journal to try and have see if I can find any kind of natural landmarks I can reference to possibly get back here.
Group insight, passive insight is good enough to know that every time Rilda talks to him or tries to talk to him, he ignores her purposefully because he's not happy with her. Just so we know, we're on the same page here.
Man, I really think I'm getting through to him. We're getting really close.
You are doing so good, my dear. Yep.
My insight's only...
Anything you guys want to do along your hike? He's going to move at a comfortable, normal pace.
Yeah, my insight's 17.
Uh,
Yes.
I am going to speak to Lorian in my head and see if he knows what kind of magic this is that created this bond and mark on my hand.
Okay, that's a good one.
Did you roll for wild magic? What did he infect you with?
He's going to tell you that he feels as if this is old ancient magic, nothing that he's used or experimented with, but something he's read about. You can look at, like, when you look, like, his eyes will kind of look through yours, essentially, and then there'll be, like, a little pulse, like, he almost, like, through his ways or whatever, kind of makes it reappear, and it's a rune. He's like, oh, interesting, is what he'll say. I'll get back to you on this one. Let me think.
You're supposed to be the all-brilliant wizard and you don't know? Come on. You better find out that answer.
Well, that's what, is what he says. You're going to kill yourself.
I was like, or what? I'm gonna start singing the song that never ends.
Oh yeah, just in your head, like, this is a
Then you'll be
song.
stuck in here with us. Okay, so as you guys walk for an hour or so, 3.5 miles, everybody's senses begin to smell smoke and hear distant screams, crackling fire, water, running water. And Tennant immediately pauses, looks as if his ears are picking up the same thing, and then sprints in a direction as fast as he can. So what do the rest of you guys want to do?
Pull out my bow and start running after him.
Are they screams of terror?
You can make an insight check if you'd like.
Sure will.
We interrupt something not so.
Do I recognize the area that we're currently in?
You've seen some... No, you probably wouldn't recognize the area that you're in.
Okay, so it's
You've
not-
seen obviously familiar Twisted
Yeah.
Timber flora
But it's not like a similar pathway that we had taken or
No.
kind of
Nope.
the small town.
Nope.
Can't
I would say
remember
that you
where.
would have, like, when you first got here, you would have looked back to see or be able to judge Tithir was back behind you.
Okay.
Like, you could
So-
get that sense, and you're kind of continuing the pathway that you would have taken would have marched you in that northeastern direction, as if you're heading in the pathway in which that the Demigorgon of the Prince of Demons may have traveled, that you've kind of honed in on.
Okay.
What's your insight check?
12.
They don't sound like screams of joy.
Okay.
I got a passive insight of 16, so I'm
Yeah,
just
that
assuming I'm
sounds
just-
as if there's a
yeah.
lot of distress taking place.
Okay, I'm following Tennant.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what is the running order? Runa, you went first, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay.
I will not, I assume we're probably going to be going towards city, village, or whatever that will be cleared, so I'm probably going to, once we get to that area, stay in the wood line.
Sure.
But we'll be following up, running behind him until that point.
Give me an athletics check. Who's following behind?
I'll be behind.
Athletics check for you. Give me an athletics check.
Yakers. 7.
Unless you're walking.
12.
No.
7.
17.
Okay.
Yeah.
30, 20.
5. I'm on trips.
I'm on trips. Okay.
Shit.
So, the first one to get there...
Lauren's like,
Watch out for the roof!
15, not 17. I don't know if that matters or not.
Okay. So, you're going to keep pace. You'll probably be 10 feet behind Tennant the whole time, but you'll keep pace with him. You look back, Rilda has fallen 15, 20 feet behind as if she's like, not my hair, or something like that.
wow.
Trying to, get past the obstacles that you just mirthfully leap through there.
Cat's reflexes.
Actually, if this is forest or whatever, I have all those terrain things. Underdark, mountain, and forest. I cannot be tripped up or anything like that.
Oh, well, she's lingering behind to help Aimon because he got a 5.
It's okay. We got this.
And then you will see the rest of them in the distance, but you will be the first to see. Probably about 30 feet in front of you, you're going to see kind of the forested area open up into a clearing as there is thick billows of smoke coming from what looks like these kind of hut-like structures. You hear a roaring sound of a waterfall, and you can see utter carnage of these creatures. You're not sure what they are. They're half snake, half human. You will spot a few of the mini gorgons. You will see people trying to run for their lives as they are being slain, trying to escape.
I don't see like the big Demogorgon hovering over the
Currently
city.
no. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make a map change, so stick around with the power of the internet. We'll be back quick as lightning. And with the power of the internet, we have returned with our battle map. So, without further ado, let's roll initiative.
Initiation.
This is our easy.
Good thing I didn't want to go first.
Yikers, I don't love this. I don't love this for us at all.
Which did I bark to it?
So,
I am not loving that.
I'm at a solid 7.
I got a 21.
I guess I do get a plus things. Hold on. Oh, me too! I got a 7. You can go first.
Alright, give me those initiatives. Start with Runa.
7.
Solid. Rilda.
21.
Ilias.
7.
Nox.
Nat 20 for a 30.
Damn.
Nice.
Assassin's going
I'm a-
assassin.
I got a 10.
Okay, let me roll for... Tennant has a 7. Fine. Okay. Let me do my old school sketchy paper thing and put our initiative order together here. So we have
20 enemies.
a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies. Some of them are invisible on the
First
screen.
Nox, then 20 enemies, then the rest of us.
Die on our turns when we fail saving throws. What did Tennant roll?
We'll help you eventually.
Oh, goody.
I think is what he said. So
Okay,
I
those
go after
done.
Nox at some point. Maybe like 15 enemies, then Rilda.
yeah. Let's see. We got some large red snakes, one black snake. We got a bunch of fairies, some pixies.
Correct.
We got some gorgons. So we got some.
Can I give one of the snakes an apple?
I mean,
I don't trust those.
I see what you did there.
I don't trust the apple trees because why is that the only green pretty thing and everything else is like, normal?
well, I
I
mean,
gave a snake an apple. There's some bushes.
yeah, there's some
other
bushes and
trees.
trees.
Yeah, but like those are really pretty and nice and they stand out. I don't trust them.
you know. Yeah.
I mean, maybe they'll give me ultimate knowledge and self-awareness.
yeah.
Maybe we can give the snake self-awareness.
Or we'll just, release hell on Earth.
Too late.
I'm a fan of that.
A fan of hell on Earth.
Yes.
Okay.
Me releasing it, not other people releasing it, and then us having to kill the giant thing. But assassinating the other little people. Great with that.
Didn't that
Okay, got it all.
Solar say we could summon him anytime, or is it just like the one time and it's like
You can summon them anytime.
I'm just wondering, just saying.
As far as Aimon is concerned, just once. So, as far as Aimon knows.
Okay. Nox, you are the first with the highest initiative on the board.
Alright. What does dash give me?
Doubles your okay, so if you move 30 feet and you dash, you move 60 feet. And if you use bonus action dash, you move an additional 30 feet. So your total of 90 feet if you cash all that in. Each square is 5 feet. There's a lot of obstacles. You're going to... Let me point everything out. There should be little black silhouettes of slain townfolk.
Yeah.
You can find them.
Here,
Mhm.
back
yeah.
there.
Yep.
and
At the far
tower.
corner here is kind of a military outpost, as you can see, kind of where Brian is sitting.
Right here.
Yep. There's a lot of buildings that are burning or have been burnt. There is see that big mound? There's a mound or a burrow where some Haragons live in the burrow, where the apple trees are.
Ah, yeah, the apple trees. Because the herringons are there.
There's a large, well, not large, but there's Twin Falls back in the corner where Jason's standing. There's some tents and things up there. There's a bridge that crosses across the kind of collection of the water basin. I'm trying to think of anything else. There's some ruins down here, and there's a lot of enemies. There are friendlies and non-friendlies. You'll see that the pixies and sprites are friendlies, as they live in tiny little like huts or tiny little like lanterns amongst the trees of the town. And then there is some of the Timberwood elves. A couple of the Timberwood elves are here. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Mostly serpentine creatures. You're going to notice the biggest one that stands out is this multi six-armed, half snake, half woman, way back in the military outpost. Seems to be the one orchestrating the chaos. And you can go, Nox. I'm sorry.
Can I get to the snake and still have an action with the dash in my movement?
I mean, bonus action, dash,
Yes.
you
Right.
still have your action
Yeah.
as long
Yep.
as it's
I didn't know
60
how
feet.
the measuring tool, if that had enough room or not to get there, but I will.
I don't-
I'm sure you got it.
Okay. Alright. Then I'm going to attack the snake. The snake.
Snack. Little snack.
Gonna attack him with the Moonblade.
Ooh.
Wielding the blade of
The
moonness.
Blades of Moons. That is a 27 to
I'm
hit it.
pretty sure that hits it.
Okay.
I don't
The
know.
stats up in my other book.
If I had to guess, I'd say we was eating the knee.
So, just want to make sure that I'm reading my things right.
There's like a dog here.
That's fine.
Yeah?
How far away do you think that military outpost is?
Oh, I have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn, but is he already in combat?
He hasn't taken a turn in your combat.
Okay, well, I'm going to roll that again just to see if I crit.
Yeah.
But I guess I hit anyway because I get...
And you'll have sneak attack because of the advantage.
It's
Yeah.
snake attack.
Snake attack.
So,
Can you
yeah, I'll just take the first number.
Just add more to
So
the chaos.
I do have sneak attack.
Yep.
So that is 66.
Oh, wild shape.
6d6, yes.
66
Oh, y'all would have played with
plus
snakes.
1d.
This motherfucker.
I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking plane. In this plane of existence.
All right, so that's a good start. That's 8 plus 7, 15. And then the 66,
Welcome to the new Nox.
19, 23,
Thunderdome, bitch.
29,
God damn, I love sneak attack.
Great sneak.
33, 36, and one more.
It's broken.
38.
How do you want to kill that snake?
Oh, I'm just chopping
off
its
its
head
head.
off. They're just coming and swinging out of nowhere and just a
A friendly
horizontal
snake.
slice.
Okay, you can pull it off the board. It is gone.
Yeah.
It had a whopping 13 points.
All right, we're sending a message.
Killed it many times over.
Slither away, vermin.
Ha!
Okay.
That will be my turn.
Okay, next up, everyone will be able to notice that the sixth arm or six-arm creature who seems to be orchestrating things looks in the directions of the mini-gorgon, and they instinctually are going to be moving in a dashing motion. So if you guys want to move them to the closest person
Of the Demigorgon?
towards you guys. So they're going to move towards you guys.
Oh, they're skipping people.
Yeah,
So we
they
got this
would-
one.
They would go
There's-
60 feet, and they would move past people, yes.
Do they just jump off the cliff or do they go down
They
the
will.
steps?
They will leap.
Okay. 5. Ooh, 10.
And they'll knock it over. You can make them go over buildings. They're agile.
That's about as far. He got 60 right here.
That's fine.
Let's just say that he's like up to the top.
Put them on the chimney. Sit
Parkour.
flat. There you go.
They're kind of cute though. Like they
So
got
they're
flower
like
faces.
leaping, very feral and savage, like clawing to get in your direction.
Whoa.
The parties. Okay.
Thank you.
Next is Rilda. Yeah, no pressure.
Wow, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to go and move. I get 40 feet my first turn, so I'm going to try and get up to the cliff. Or towards the ladder.
There should be a ladder. There should be a break where you can put a mini in. It divides up into 5 feet. It should be like a bigger.
Okay, boop.
So I'll show you where 5 is.
40.
There you go.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna stay there. I'm going to use my action. Or wait, let's see here. Boop. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast a 3rd level Hunter's Mark, which I can hold for 8 hours. On, this is a baddie, right?
Yes. It's
On that guy.
It is a lizard folk.
Lizard folk baddie. How many mark this is?
Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's
Brian.
Mark.
Thank you.
And
Who wants to play with the rings? Who wants to be the keeper of the ring?
Keep it secret.
Keep it safe.
Keep it safe.
Hashtag not sponsored.
and I will take all 3 shots at my lizard dude.
This one sucks.
Okay.
I'm using my longbow of vengeance. Okay, that's gonna be lit. 31,
That will hit.
24,
That will hit.
30, or 29.
They all 3 hit.
Okay,
One after. He attempts to raise up his like tortoise-like shield.
2. So first hit is 15 points of damage. Second hit is gonna be 14 points of damage.
Okay.
29.
And the third hit is 2d8. Oh, goody. So 12 points of damage on the third hit.
How do you want to do that?
41.
See, he's running towards you.
As he's running towards me, I will be climbing up the ladder, and as soon as I jump up off the last rung, I'm just gonna knock and be like, oh, pew pew pew, real quick, with barely even noticing, and I'm gonna shoot him right through his throat.
Nice.
I'm tired of these snakes!
You can remove him off the board as he's going to splash into the water.
And so then I'm going to, assuming that snake lady can see me, or notices what I did, I'm gonna just turn and just like give her a look like, you're next, bitch. Like, let's go.
You're next.
And I'll stay. I'm good. I wink at Runa like, you got this.
Several turns from now.
I would like,
I'm trying, darling.
I would like 2 volunteers roll me a d20, please.
I got that.
I'll do a second.
Oh, you both did it. Perfect.
You can have it.
13. You don't want me to
What'd you
have it.
roll?
I rolled a 1.
Okay, so
Maybe
13
it's one
for
additional
that one.
enemy.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you wish to? Let's see. What do we got there? The Haragon is fighting. What is he fighting? Is it a snake or a lizard?
Lizard. He has a tail and legs.
Okay, so it's
And
a
a
lizard.
sword.
Well,
I
So
don't know what Yonties have.
The bunny is a Haragon.
Yes.
Ah ha ha.
yeah. So
what?
the Haragon that is squared up with the lizard folk person, you guys can point that out so our followers can follow us. Thank
Square
you.
up.
Yeah.
Is going to use a club and clubs the lizard folk fellow. And then the one on top, which is a female Haragon, is going to use a sling, but unfortunately throws the sling and bullet off into the distance because they rolled a 1.
Oh, A for effort.
So that will be the Haragon's turn.
Really
Now
fast for
we're
effort,
on
right?
to that brood guard. So see where the sprites are surrounding the 3 sprites? That's correct. That is a weird looking lizard creature. It's very much like a lizard or a licker in Resident Evil is kind of what it looks like, to give you a better description. It is going to take its turn. Don't die on me.
No, I'm trying not to.
Okay.
I think he's trying to, actually. That's what's happening.
As it is going to take 3 attacks, 1 to each one of these creatures, being the sprites that are surrounding it. Every one of the sprites are going to fall. One right after the other. You can pull them off the board. He just literally jumps up like a fly, knocks them down. Their bodies kind of bounce off the ground, and their light kind of...
Is he like a frog? Does he like?
He doesn't need. No.
Some battle toads.
No.
Battletoads.
All right, so that'll be his turn as he's looking around for new prey. We go to the sprites, which are no longer valid, but the pixies go at the same time as the sprites. The pixies are on the back side of the building, and I believe they are attempting to fight a snake.
Mm-hmm.
Well, every one of them roll extremely high.
Yay.
The pixies are going to deal some damage to the snake. It is kind of recoiling and kind of... but it is still up and
How does that
viable.
go again?
Wait, one more time. Let me record it.
And it is taking some damage, but it is still a viable target. Now we go to all the lizard folk. So point out to me a lizard
Still
folk.
against.
We've got that one right there. It's going to...
Maybe?
Yes.
So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
So there's going to be 2 lizard folks that are squaring off with 2 Timberwood elves.
Okay.
I want to start with them.
Yep.
How to spell, apparently.
And they are going to... One of them is going to miss. So I'm going to say the one attacking the lady Timberwood elf misses. She kind of parries and kind of deflects the attack. And then...
Yellow-haired one?
No, the purple hair.
Or the
That's
green
the-
flame.
Right. The other lizard folk is going to strike and hit.
No.
Let me find out what damage is going to be done. He is using a heavy club. Okay.
Spell against.
Again, and then stuff. That's how I spell things in my head. I always put 2 words together.
Okay. Doesn't look right.
Like together is to get her.
Okay.
So you can
So-
be together. You have to go to get her.
So the club is going to pound into him again, and then he's going to recoil with a multi-attack and hit him again. Just beat like a beat stick. Just 2 strikes. He takes them, but you can see that he's hurt, but not like useless, I guess I would say. He's still viable to attack back. So I got two lizard folk down. What else do I got here? Where's the other lizard folk?
And then we got this one and this one.
Okay, they're gonna focus on the Haragon. So the one that's adjacent to the Haragon.
Moving up to the hair.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Moving up to the hair as well.
So the first one that was already like adjacent and engaged with the female Haragon, the one that actually made the hit in the previous on their turn, is gonna take 2 strikes with the heavy blunt object, their heavy club, and you're literally gonna watch the first strike kind of slap against the side of the head. The Haragon spins and kind of pirouettes as she begins to fall. He kind of like comes underneath with like an underhand or backhand and just bats her into the air. She goes 5 feet and lands in the space, and she kind of starts to whimper and then collapses. Her ears kind of fall over her eyes. The male Haragon is screaming at the top of his lungs, "No!" Thematically. That is when the other lizard guy is going to focus on the male Haragon on top of his home, the burrow, and he's going to throw a javelin,
I'll throw a javelin.
and is going to miss. Goes into the apple tree, hits an apple. I think that's all the lizard folk,
I think so.
and I'm on your
Good
roll.
enough for me.
Alright, so Imon is going to move 30 feet, getting like just onto the board.
Okay.
Um,
Bust out that drum, sir.
yep, and I have line of sight on the little Gorgon on the top of that chimney.
Mhm.
So I'm going to look his way and cast Firebolt at him.
Okay,
So that will be a 22 to hit.
and that will.
Alright, 3d10 points of fire damage. That is 11. 18 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Wild magic.
Yep. You got to roll.
Yep. Alright. Oh, wait, no. not a D20 on that. That's a percentile, right? Or no?
Only if
roll
it's
a
D20.
20 percentile of his-
I got a nat 20.
You're good.
Okay.
I rolled a 13. I forgot to roll for my hunter's mark.
You're good.
I want a feather beard.
Alright.
You can have mine.
I have eye stalks in one of my campaign that are like unremovable.
Nice.
It's like- they gave me intimidation though, so I'm like, okay.
That will end my turn.
Okay, that'll bring us to the collective. Ilias, Runa, and Tennant. You guys can decide who you want to go first.
Hold hands and do it all together, you guys.
I will let you guys go.
It's like Wizard of Oz style, just skip and do it together.
We're off to kill the lady with a lot of
No, we
arms.
can't skip. That bothered people.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
that's
Yeah,
right,
we were
sorry.
allowed to use threatening motions.
Right.
How far would I have to move to be within 120 feet of the six-armed lady?
If you're asking me, I can't tell you because I'm buried behind this cockpit
You're the
here.
one with the like measury tool, I think.
I literally have a blank map on my TV screen here.
Oh.
Everything is physical on the table today.
60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 65, 100. How much?
120.
So,
10, 15, 20.
there you go. That's how far.
I can't get up that far.
Plus, yeah, maintaining line of sight and all of that.
I don't care about line of sight. I have true vision.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna cast Ice Storm instead then. I have 300 feet for that one.
Jesus.
So I'm gonna cast Ice Storm centered around a point. The point is her,
Okay.
and it's a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. Each creature in the cylinder must make a dex saving throw.
I have a thing. Does it fade or does it stay? Is it like a one-time thing, or do you have a thing where it stays for
This is
duration?
instantaneous.
Instantaneous.
So it just happens and goes.
It says hailstones turn the storm's area of effect into difficult terrain until the end of your next turn.
Yeah, so it's just
So
alright.
I guess like 1 round.
What are we doing? Deck save?
Dex.
Okay, and that is for the six-armed lady and what else?
It's 20 feet, so if there's anyone around her.
And there is not.
Don't think so. Okay, so let me get the stats on the lady. Just double checking all the things.
No, he has nothing fun.
Definitely,
Murder us
definitely
at
not
all.
legendary actions or
Nope.
anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just plain old townspeople.
That is going to be a 19 plus number.
Okay, well,
Ow.
she still takes half as much damage, so it's 2d8 bludgeoning and 46 cold.
Okay.
So.
Would you say that she's heavily armored?
She's heavily armed.
She's got a sword in each hand, yeah.
I'm going to do the adding some hit points to these villains for that bad job.
How dare you!
This is how I punish you.
So it's better to do psychic damage to the party, I guess.
This little pawn that used to have 13 now has 375.
She's gonna take 5 bludgeoning and numbers. I did math. 8 cold.
That's already halved.
That is halved.
Okay.
And that area is difficult terrain to the end of my next turn.
Freeze.
Got it. Good to know.
And then I'm gonna do wild shape. Let's go.
You don't fuck
What
with
are
it.
you wild shaping into?
Oh, you
Starry
know.
form.
Too, the only thing I start.
A bat.
The druid who's never changed into an animal.
You know
Bat.
what? It's fun.
This is how you play a unique druid.
Fact.
He's like a vegan druid, only not like he doesn't eat meat. He does eat meat. He hates animals. So he doesn't transforms into
Wild
plants
shape.
only.
He's druid, anti-druid.
I also moved up 30 feet because
Okay.
might as well. And I'm gonna starry form at this lizard guy who's right in front of
Sure.
me.
That is engaged with one of the
Sure isn't there.
With one of the
Timberwood elves.
Timberwood elves.
Yep, yeah, perfect.
14.
Will hit.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
12 points of
Okay.
radiant damage.
Okay.
And that's it.
Points for damage. Okay. Okay. So next up is
Tennant.
Tennant. You want Tennant to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Tennant is going to move 30 feet in and pick the closest target, which it probably would be the same lizard folk guy.
You said 30 feet?
Yep. Move him however you guys would see him to move. And he will strike the lizard folk feller with 2 longbow shots. And he will deal enough points to kill it with that. That was one. There you go.
There's
There you
somebody
go.
else back behind that hut, right?
There's a
This
subtle nod and exchange between Tennant
Oh,
and the
my
Timberwood
goodness.
Elf.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And that'll be Tennant's turn. It's now Runa's turn.
So we have the little rabbit people that are beset by 2 of the lizard folk.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to move up 30 feet, probably really close to Tennant, and I will hit the lizard folk that is like on our side of the table. And
Sort of line of sight, right?
Mm-hmm. In between the trees.
And they got
Can you
sharpshooter anyway, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it ignores cover.
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter. Where you're like, I don't care about, I don't care.
But I'm covered.
So, 2 attacks coming. First one is a 26 to
Hits.
hit. Second one is a dirty 20 to hit.
It does.
Okay. And then
Bless you.
Okay.
Thank you.
that will be
I'm allergic to belching.
I'm allergic to work.
so 14 plus 2.
16.
Why do you hate me today? Plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I rerolled the 2 actually. it seems like. Okay, 22 points of damage to that lizard folk.
How do you want to just kill that creature? with 22
Amazing.
points?
Nice.
Right through the throat.
Yeah. Trip murders.
Another lizard folk down. Okay. The constrictor snakes. I think there was 3 of them on the board.
There was.
There's
There are
only
now 2.
Perfect. I have rolled for them. They will miss their targets. So the nearest targets that they are trying to attack, they will lash out, springing at them, and then recoil back. So one of the pixies,
I was gonna say.
Do you want this one?
and it
to
will move to the closest,
Okay.
Which?
and they
there
will
is a-
move at 30 feet.
Oh no! The Demogorgon died. I'm
Dead.
sorry. It's a-
Fall damage.
That's what I forgot to do. Sharpshooter.
The one
Yeah,
is
and it
5
will-
feet to melee.
I knew I was forgetting something.
It'll miss. The one constrictor, it lashes out towards the female Timberwood elf and misses as she's kind of quickly throwing her arm around and deflecting the attack. That'll be their turn. Brings us to Nox.
I will move up to that lizard folk.
Square up, bitch.
And it's like he's focused in one direction, kind of like catches you out, and he's like in mid-turn, like, oh shit, like knows something's coming.
All right, I will take a swipe.
Would you say that you sneak up on him, right?
Are you flanking?
That is, I'm not flanking, but they
He
do
does
have
get sneak.
somebody.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah, I know.
have somebody within 5 feet attacking it, so that will be a 32 to hit.
Oh, it definitely is.
All right. And I will get sneak attack with that, correct?
Yes, you will,
Yeah.
because it's a friendly.
So that's 13 to start. 19. 21. 25. 28. 34. 39 points.
And how do you remove that piece from the board?
That's going to be more of like a vertical or like a diagonal strike.
So he will completely turn around, exposing himself as you lay right into him.
Yeah, and then my bonus action, I'm going to crossbow expert the Demogorgon across from me.
The mini Gordon.
Or the mini Gorgon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. And that's 28 to hit.
It does.
Sure hope so.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Doing things.
And that is 12 points of damage. 6 plus 6.
Okay.
And then that will be my turn.
Okay. It is going to be the 6-armed lady who
That music is terrifying.
is going to look and is going to teleport over in these ruins. Just
Affected by
Into-
difficult terrain.
Into the ruins or like in front of?
no, into the ruins, using it as cover, giving it at least half.
Ursula don't want to fight.
Listen, I'm trying to be easy on you guys.
He doesn't want to murder us and
Not yet.
Not this one.
That'll end her turn as the mini Gorgon is going to charge violently directly towards the one who crossbowed him. And is going
Give me a big
to
old smooch.
unleash a multi-attack with its 2 claws.
So I imagine he's doing.
The-
frightened for my life.
Before you answer that,
Okay.
or you say that,
Yep.
I have a cloak of displacement, so everything will be at disadvantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Also, I'm getting
Then I could go.
So as you
Actually,
see
if I
these
miss-
claws, these nasty, gnarly looking claws come into you,
Yeah.
you kind of shift off just enough to where it hits your illusion, that kind of
Oh, that's all.
blur, and then you quickly anticipate the other one and shift back as it gets grasping, just like silhouette shadow or the illusion of blur, what you've
Sick.
got going on.
Alright.
And it seems to get frustrated as it literally does, like old, like it, howls back.
Yeah.
Its little flaps flapping, and
I see what he's doing. He's
Screaming.
giving us false sense of security and confidence right now.
and that'll be that one's turn. The
Stop.
other one is going to leap, attacking you. It will be a disadvantage. Okay. As it comes down with both of its claws to like rake at you at the same time, both of them will miss. You anticipate it and you just kind of like kip off the ground, just a little hop step back as it lands, kind of like in a Spider-Man position, claws into the dirt. And it too kind of slowly raises its head and kind of at you.
And Nox is like,
Oh, shit.
It's now Rilda's turn.
oh boy. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move my hunter's mark over to this lizard folk person guy and take 2 shots. First shot is 28 to hit.
It does.
Second is 18.
It does as well.
Hunter's mark in regular. 3. Oh my god, 3 ones. 4, 9. That's 17 points of damage, including Hunter's Mark on that guy. And I'm gonna stay put.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold it down right here.
What was that one took no damage. His first damage did.
Okay, yep.
Okie
I think
dokie.
that's it. Let me double check my bonus actions. Nope, that's it. Cool.
Okay, so the Haragon on top of its mound or its burrow is going to. How close is he 10, 15 feet.
Yeah, he's
About
within
15
that.
feet.
He's gonna come jumping with a drop kick.
He has to get a bonus for kicks. I mean, he's a
He's gonna crit. So he'll do 3 points of damage, and he'll shove him back
That's precious.
5 feet. He lands prone, and he quickly like spins, or he does that like breakdancing kick spin up, and he's like looking very enraged, showing his teeth and all the fun stuff. That'll end the Hammergun's turn. Now we go to this creepy lizard. That guy there, he's gonna charge in.
I can't help myself.
Okay, he's gonna rush, doing a dash. He's gonna go towards Jason and Brian, kind of taking that pathway between those two buildings. Nope, other way.
This one?
Yep, he's gonna go that way. And he's got 60 feet to do it. I'm double checking. I think he's 60 feet. Using
He
a bunch
can
of.
get right up behind a pixie.
Yeah, that's.
With that.
Yeah. Yep, that's what he's gonna do.
Okay.
That'll be his turn. And then we move to the pixies. The pixies are gonna once again try to. Arrows all fly towards the snake. The snake is gonna take the hits, and now it's looking cagey, like I gotta get out of here. I'm taking too much damage. And that will end the pixie's turn. And then the lizard folk. How many lizard folk do I got left? The one by the Heron gone, and that's it.
That's it.
Okay, just want to double check. Okay, here's what he's gonna do. So he moves over to the Haragon, moves back, attempts to reach out to grab him by the throat, but the Haragon is going to literally leap into the air as a kind of just thematically avoiding the grab. And he'll land on the ground, breathing really heavy. As he is frightened.
I feared.
I'm on, you're up.
Alright, I am going to continue moving 30 feet forward. Seeing that Nox is dealing with demigorgons and all of, or not demigorgons, mini gorgons.
If you say it too many times, you're gonna summon him up.
Yeah, right.
He's just gonna appear out of the fucking house like.
You rang?
Sorry, Dad. We'll be quieter next time.
The only spell I can cast at that range is Firebolt still, so I will Firebolt the same mini Gorgon I had hit previously.
Yep.
Hey, that's a 19.
19 will hit.
Okay. That was blocked. 16 plus 8 for 24 points of fire damage.
Oh, that's pretty good. That hurts. Go ahead and roll your d20.
Yeah, for wild magic. 8.
Oh, I didn't roll wild magic for my next one. I got a 9.
If he gets
You're
another
both.
beard,
You're both good.
Okay.
do the beard
A
snap?
beard, a
Do they
beard,
merge?
like a feather, and then like a scale, and then like.
And that
Mixed
will
together.
end my
Hair.
turn.
Okay.
Oh no!
So that brings us to the collective: Ilias, Runa, and Tennant.
Do you want me to go first?
Yes.
then? Okay. 60 feet. Okay.
Decisions.
No, I'm trying math. Move up a bit. I think that puts me just within 60 feet of these two fuckers. Yeah. And I'm gonna cast Flaming Spear right behind them. Right behind the two mini organs.
I think I have one of those. I do. in my box of toys. Here's a flaming sphere.
Yay. Oh my goodness, she's cute.
And another,
Sizzle, sizzle.
another deck save for the both of them.
Okay.
Kaploo.
What is the number?
15.
Nah, it's going to... I'm going to double check on that. That's going to fail. It's close, but they both fail.
They fail or I fail?
They fail the save.
Okay.
So
cool.
you are
I
good
got
to
that
flame on.
At 5th level, so that's 5d6.
Need more?
We need 1. Thanks. Ooh, what's the next? 6, 12, 18, 20, 23 points.
To both of
fire
them?
damage.
Okay, so the one that Brian you
Obsidian.
targeted, it's off the board. You can pull it off the board.
Nice.
How much was it again?
23.
23. Okay, okay, the other one's still viable.
And then any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dex saving throw.
Correct. That's become our new favorite friend in Baldur's Gate 3. Just roll it around
And then,
Yep.
and burn people.
Yep.
exactly.
Roll it around and burn people.
And then I'm
Burn
gonna
down
do
some ropes and ladders so they
wild
can't
Out
run
of
away.
context RPG quotes.
magic. I got 8 for wild magic.
So far, so good, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yes, you're good so far.
And then
Here-
I'm gonna do.
Tennant, as that...
I'm not done yet.
Well, hurry up.
I was
I've
still
got a lot of
talking.
things. I got a lot of
Trying
things
to
going.
Story for Marcher next. At the, I guess just at the mini Gorgon. I got a 18 to hit.
It does.
10, 13.
13 points. Okay.
Now I'm done.
So Tennant will release a volley of arrows towards the mini Gorgon. And we'll take the mini Gorgon out with his 2 hits.
See ya.
The Timberwood Elves are now going to charge 60 feet towards this 6-armed lady, so they can charge that direction.
Are they bypassing the snake?
They are going to yeah.
This
they're-
one will take a
Yep.
opportunity attack. 1, 2,
It'll miss.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I have to move them their ass. I can't see over the hut. That was 35. Right there.
That was 35.
Mhm.
Let's see, 55, 60. This one's right there. So, yeah,
Okay.
heading towards the tent.
It'll now be Rune's turn.
Okay. We've still got that one lone lizard guy down there.
There's
Yep.
2. There's one there and there's one.
Yeah, there's
Paragon.
like actual
I'm gonna
lady folk, and then there's some
Take
weird one.
one shot. I'm gonna take my -5 for my +10 sharpshooter.
Okay. Pew pew.
And the first shot. Who loves me today? Oh, nat 20!
Nice.
Ooh,
No one loves you today.
that one loves me today.
Mhm.
I think I get +d8. Okay, so that'll be 10 plus 7,
17.
17 plus 8 and 3
25. 28.
plus 7
35.
and plus another d8. 7.
42.
42 points damage.
You can. How do you want to take him off the board?
Liquefaction.
This one I wanna just go like through an eye.
Sure.
Okay. And then
You have
I
view
guess I can
on
kind of
this snake, that snake, but you cannot see
the guy.
that guy.
We got the fireball near that snake.
Mhm.
How far can you move the fireball?
30 feet.
So you won't be able to get to her.
No. I have a concentration ring.
Me too.
Do the pixies look like they're
It's in the
holding
dark
around?
one.
Is it just pixies over there?
There's 3 pixies.
I'm gonna hit the snake over by the pixies for my, or try to hit it with a second shot.
Gotcha.
Taking the -5 for the 10.
Okay.
Wow, okay. 13 to hit.
That is gonna hit.
Okay.
Nice.
So 17 plus 1d8 is 6, so 23. And then... Yeah. 23, final answer.
23?
Oh, hold on. Plus 8 is 31. 31 points, final answer.
How do you want to kill that one?
I want to, like, pin it to the ground
Okay.
with an arrow.
So
and let it just
I was
flail
kind of
around.
okay. So you like arch it
Uh-huh, yep.
and then drop it as it's kind of recoiling and getting to lash. It's gonna drop through the head and spear it. You can see the arrow through the mouth and it pins it to the ground.
Yeah,
I wanted you to shoot it through the mouth and make it like a straight snake.
And then I'm going to move me back 30 around the, like this side, you know, coming around the front. The goal is to like get somewhere over here.
30.
And we'll go ahead and cash in my cat's agility and do another 30.
You want to come back this way still?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30? Or do you want to stay a little covered?
No, you could. Because there's not really anything.
Oh, that's true.
So.
There's a snook.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, so there's 1 constricting snake left.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that down there? Is that Tennant? That's Tennant, right?
This is Tennant.
That's
This is
Nox.
Thank you. No, that's right. Nox changed forms.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna move and lash at you, Nox. It's gonna attempt to.
Disadvantage.
Are you within 5 feet of a fireball?
I don't know which square this is supposed to be in. I'm going to say this one.
It's because I had Gorgon and Gorgon here, so it's
Oh,
like this
yeah.
one. Really.
It has a 17
no,
to
it was
hit
like
you.
one away
No.
from
It was
Okay,
not.
so it attempts to constrict you essentially. So it leaps at you to try to wrap around and coil, but you're elusive, and it will miss. And that'll end its turn as we go to the top of the round, which I think is round 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we go back to Nox.
Alright, well, I'll
You
slash
made a wrong
at it.
decision, Snake. Can you consider a flaming sphere an ally? I'm
No.
asking a real question. I don't
No.
know.
No, unfortunately, flaming spheres.
Magical effects are not considered allies.
Yeah.
That's a 25 to hit.
Oh, it definitely hits.
That is 14 points of slashing damage.
How would you like to get?
Can I do a bonus action before I do that with the crossbow bolt?
Sure, I'll buy
Okay.
that.
But let's just assume I could just stab up through the throat and then crossbow to the side of the head.
Sure,
That's it.
gotcha.
Crossbow.
It's thematic though. It's awesome. I'm good with it. Okay.
Van Helsing up in here.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, we're gonna be anyway. I'll put them over here.
Oh, and then I have movement.
Mhm.
Yeah,
if you wish,
Watch out for the ball.
yeah, avoid.
Sneak up there and murder that home.
Okay, our 6-armed half snake lady is going to do 120 feet in the direction of Ilias and all them down there. So count the squares.
She's teleporting.
Yes.
Okay.
4, 5.
As an
Home
action.
at 5. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 70.
Right here-ish.
Yeah, pretty much can get to right there teleporting.
God damn
Okay.
it, I just ran around this side.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, she's still in range
That'll
now.
be her turn.
And you have cover.
Our mini organs are gone, so they're
Wonder
off
if
the
I can
board.
see
Rilda,
through
you're
the
up.
Burn building.
Rilla?
Rilda's up.
Oh, Oh, how convenient. Thanks, Snake Lady. I'm going to move my Hunter's Mark to the Snake Lady.
Mm-hmm.
Just put on the. Yeah, I was gonna say over there.
Now it's a cute little adornment. And I'm going to pull out one of my brand new super souped up cool radiant arrows and knock it for my first shot.
Pew.
Pew, pew, pew. And hope for the best. I think that'll do. That's a 22 to hit.
22 is going to hit.
Okay. And that's a D8. 3 plus another D8 of radiant damage. Ooh, okay, so 8 points of radiant damage and 11 points of regulier damage on the first strike. Second will be a regular mundane arrow, and that's going to be a 29 to hit. Oh, I forgot Hunter's Mark damage on the first one, so that's an additional 6 on the first one. Second hit is 12 plus 6, 18 points of damage.
Nice.
And then I'm going to go ahead and moonwalk backwards. That's not a special thing, I'm just afraid. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Courtesy of the bard Miguel Jackson.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. That'll bring us to the Haragon survivor, who's going to move towards his beloved and kind of scoops her up and just kind of has a moment with her for his turn in action. Then we go back here to this crazy liquor-looking serpent creature, and is going to multi-attack and is going to take down 2 of the pixies. Wow, 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 as they are down.
Did all my arrows look like they did a normal amount of damage?
It appears as if they were effective, yes.
Okay.
That roof caved in.
Oh no!
What's the matter?
The fire is spreading!
That brings us to the pixie, who is going to disengage and fly up. They're just going to go straight up, yep. Sure, that's fine. Now she died.
Yep. Yep, right into the fireball. Sorry.
That'll be fine. It'll be her turn, and we have no more lizard folk. They are gone. Correct?
Correct.
We're on to Imon. Initiative's getting faster.
Alright. Imon is going to move up about 15 feet. He's going to look at this 6-armed, crazy-ass looking individual. And is going to cast Vicious Mockery. And say, even with 6 arms, you'll never get a hug.
Aww!
That's vicious.
That's so mean!
I know. So they have to make a Wisdom saving throw. DC is 19.
They scored 19 plus.
Oh, damn. Well, then that
It hurt my feelings.
nothing.
I'll show you how to hug.
Hug, bitch.
I've got your hug right here.
Mm-hmm.
Come and hug
Strangle
me.
you.
And that will then end my turn.
Now we're on to the collective. Ilias, Runa, and Tennant.
I'm gonna move my flaming sphere 30 feet for my bonus action. And then I'm gonna whip out my wand of magic missiles and cast 6 charges at her.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bye.
I'm pretty sure you brought it into her thing. She's gonna make a save.
Yeah, if I ram it into her, then yes.
Did you? Are you? Or are you just moving it?
Sure.
Are you?
Okay, and then
Might
the
as well.
save is.
Dex 15.
It's gonna. She's got that, so
Okay.
it's a half.
I got a 3 on my wild magic.
Perfect. Roll me a.
100.
Nope. Roll me a d8.
D8.
I finally got my original wild magic chart back out from the move.
3.
Oh, you'll love this.
Featherbeard.
7.
For the next minute, you feel charged as all your spells casting time are now a bonus action instead of an action.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
You feel empowered by the Fae, by the forest,
Wait, what?
Just in time.
by the lay.
I guess that fifth, right?
Yes.
So it's 5d6. 36. 9, 14. 8 points is half.
Okay.
Fire. And then. You made me move with things. I actually don't know how to use this wand. Hang on. Okay.
Maybe that's how he's with the drum. He's just like boom, boom.
So if I use 6 charges, it's.
Your first charge is 3 missiles and additional.
Level,
Yeah,
not
so
missiles. So you get 3 glowing darts.
5 extra
Plus
missiles.
another 5.
So you're at 8
eight?
missiles. Yep.
Okay, well, we'll do all 8 at her. Do a 1d4 plus 1 damage. So 8.
Yep.
4 plus 4.
That's how my math works.
8d4 plus 1 or 8d4 plus.
8.
Wait, we get to decide how our
Each
math
one of them
works?
gets a +1.
Okay, cool. Do I know what it is? Jesus.
I have more here if you need them.
Oh, I need
How many you need?
1 more.
Oh, here, go.
Thanks. Oh, I should have done one.
You know, there's a wheel.
I'm not gonna count. 1, 5, 7, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, plus 8, 26, 26.
Down to double digits.
Hmm.
We can do this in 1 round. We got this.
Alright, bonus action. For the wand of magic missiles, do I need a wand of magic?
You haven't used it. Have you had to recharge it since, or is this the first time
No,
you
it's the first time
then
I've
no.
used it.
You won't have to now, but when it recharges, then it will be susceptible to the wild magic stuff, I think.
Okay. And then I'm gonna move back up 30 feet.
Not a thing. I'm just scared.
Not a spell.
I'm just not a thing. I'm just afraid.
Now I'm done. I can't do. Sorry, that's bad action.
Okay, so 2 arrows are going to fly from Tennant. First one's going to hit. Second one is going to go way off. So he'll deal 8 points of damage to the creature. He will back up 15 feet in a straight line himself.
Moonlight. Moonlight.
15?
Yes. That now brings us to Runa.
He's right. He's gonna be around the building.
I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, and shoot 1 arrow, -5, which is a 16 to hit,
Her, it does
Yes.
not. It misses.
and then second arrow with a -5. A 15 to hit, so pew pew, and boop boop, scorched up in the fireball.
A volley of arrows come from behind where the Timberwood elves are, as they've kind of like, oh no. They just launch these arrows. They will drop down. Each one of them hitting the 6-armed lady. I'm going to deal 20 points of
Nice.
damage.
Are they moving back towards her?
They
or
will
just-
move 30 feet back.
Away?
No,
back,
towards her.
Okay.
Yeah, their intent was to focus on her.
I
That'll
can't
bring us
see.
to end of third, top of fourth, bring us to Nox.
That was a perfect end of the song.
I'm gonna get 30 closer, but I am gonna hold. I'm gonna dodge for right now.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Okay.
Here she comes. Flurry of blows. All of her fists get a flurry of blows.
All right, she's gonna charge in towards Imon, who tried to viciously mock.
Yeah.
Is gonna-
Bullying will not be
Sounds
tolerated in my realm.
going to give her a hug.
Does she have to do anything to move away from the fireball or not?
No, it's at the end of her turn. Imon, what's your AC?
My AC is 17.
Okay. She unleashes an unholy amount of multi-attack, has 7 strikes.
Jesus.
I am going to
Come flying at you.
use a reaction. I'm going to cutting words. The third strike.
Okay.
Nice, I like that. Yep.
Specifically the third one.
Specifically the third. I don't know if it hits or not.
Correct.
As of now, so it will get a -1.
Hey,
Okay.
you know, it could be.
Well, 3 out of the 7 are hit. The third one was one that was going to miss anyway. And the damage on that is going to be 39 points on all 3 slashing.
Together?
All together, or
Altogether.
Oh,
Yes. 13 to every slot. I'm pretty sure
120
it's
points of
39.
damage one shot. That's some Bruno numbers
That's with a
right
wig.
there.
Right?
She has a
Bruno just
long
like-
sword in every hand, essentially wielding it.
Then walk backwards.
That's some legit. That's like some good acrobatics though,
Good
like
coordination.
wielding 6 swords at once.
Okay.
You know.
That's going to end her turn as she seems determined to take down the foul mouth bard. That'll bring us to Rilda. I pick because I love.
I'm gonna step up. No, I don't. I guess I don't really need to. I'm just gonna stop shaking a little bit. You know, shake off my moonwalk fear and be like, "Pick on somebody your own size," and knock back another 2 shots at her. And I won't use any fancy things. I'll just do regular arrows this time. Yep. Okay, 24 and a 32. 32 to hit.
That's going to hit.
24 and 32.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 15. Oh god, 27. How can I do math for you and not me?
I think that's what it is. You just have to.
Yeah. 35 points of damage.
That's pretty good.
And I'm shooting her in her arms, upper arms, like whichever ones you want to pick.
Okay.
I could drop a sword.
And that is it.
Okay. It's going to bring us to the Harangon. We know what he is going to be doing. And then we have this other lizard guy back here.
Uh-oh.
Who is going to... Where are all my targets at? I can't see that far.
the only one that he can see is the Harangon, unfortunately.
Okay. He's going to jump there.
Where'd the pixies go?
The pixies are all
Flew
dead.
up.
2 died, 1
One
Oh yeah,
remained.
flew
one
away.
flew up.
Aw.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The rest all died.
Can he get there in 30 feet? If not, he'll dash.
Damn.
30 would put him just 5 feet away from the one that's still up.
He'll dash.
Okay.
He'll burn it up, get there. Hazy looks menacing over, which the little Harangon is like saying, "Do your worst."
I'll see you soon, my love.
Holding his
Right.
potential his lady.
I'm seeing this. Oh god.
As that little Harangon is just looking down at his wife,
Beloved.
potentially, and just saying, "I'll see you soon, my
We
love."
still have the fairy here.
She is. She's gonna like swoop down just enough to get into range, and she'll a tiny little arrow will hit the creature, causing it to kind of look back.
Is she moving
Toothpick.
up her?
She just drops down
Just
maybe
drops, okay.
20 feet. She's still fairly high in the air, probably 40 feet at this point now. That'll be the Pixie's turn. It's Imon's turn.
Alright, so Imon is going to start off with casting a level 2 honed person on the 6-armed creature. So they have to make a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw. And Immediately after casting that, I'm going to use my reaction to cutting words to reduce their saving throw. Since I got my reaction back.
Okay. What's the target? What's the number?
19.
19 con?
Wisdom.
Okay.
So they will get a -4 to their wisdom saving throw.
That does it. If you had... Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, cutting words, thank you. Alright, so
Everybody
now,
clap your hands.
and because everything was charged, that was only a bonus action
Correct.
to cast that.
Oh, yeah!
I am going to pull out my really fancy longsword
Ooh.
that
That's what the kids are calling it these days.
That's what the kids are calling it.
yes.
The one you guys got like
Ours.
50 episodes ago?
Yes.
I was gonna say, has he
The
used
Ars
this yet?
Gravitas.
Oh, fancy.
I have.
Let me tell you, that picture I put on our Instagram of that sword gets probably a majority of our likes. So
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Nice.
Is going to pull out the Ars Gravitas. Now, since they are paralyzed, I have advantage. So that will be a 16 plus 4 for a total of 20 to hit.
oh, it does.
Okay, I am going to also go ahead and I'm going all out. I got pissed after that attack. So I am going to also then go ahead and use Divine
See one of
Strike.
his other people.
So
Probably old man, he's better.
with this, let's
Oh,
see.
Smite me, almighty smiter.
Yeah.
Smite
So
me.
with
Sorry, mommy.
with Divine Smite, I can expend a spell slot to do 2d8 or plus an additional 1d8 for every spell level higher than first. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 4th level
Okay.
spell slot, which will do 5d8. Is this creature a fiend?
It is.
That deals an extra d8 of damage, so 68. Plus, since they are paralyzed, every attack that is made within 5 feet is a auto crit.
This is the downside to having
Can
a
you do,
rules
like,
lawyer
D8s?
playing your game.
Sure.
There you go.
Can you please, after he's done, tell us how many points they had before this? If he
So
kills
let's
them.
see.
Do you need any more?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically, I need 7 more d8s, but I'm good.
Here's
2 more.
4.
Like, here's your 6. There you go.
1, 2,
Yeah.
You need one more, right?
4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. Oh, jeez. I don't know if all of these will even
Would you like a bigger
Roll.
dice tray?
roll in this dice tray.
I can grab one of the other ones.
wait.
It's
Where's
fine.
Oh yeah, get the big
I
guy.
got it.
Wait.
No, yeah.
I was gonna say we need evidence that this occurred.
It's going on TikTok.
Keep the
This will
lucky,
be
keep the lucky
14.
green tray.
I'm
You want the
keeping
little
my
one?
green.
Okay, we got I'm on getting ready to do an epic smite.
Ones. All ones.
There's quite a few ones. There's also quite a few 7s and 6s.
Boo.
Alright, so
there's quite a few
we're
numbers.
gonna 5, 10, 7 for 21, so 31, 32, 40, 46, 52, 58, 60, 61, 63.
There's no way
that
she
was a two.
survives.
60. That was 63, so 69.
Nice.
Plus 1.
Damn it.
Actually, no, because I have a -1 to my strength, so it's -1 to strength and +1 magic 0. So, shit. Yeah, 69 points of damage.
That's the best possible result.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How would you like the 69?
And all
69.
Is she like picking you up and throwing you, turning you over with her
yeah,
arms?
she tried to, give me a bear hug and flipped me upside down. So.
Oh, that's what we're calling it.
Yep.
Started a bunch of took her to Pleasure Town.
At least get a drink next time.
Yeah, I
You-
will.
I think we had enough foreplay
I
there.
will.
It's
I
fine.
will stab
I don't think he
in
wants it all over the
to
table, though.
basically the base of her stomach and just slash up
Okay.
on this paralyzed creature. Just
She will burst into
disemboweling.
flames. And she rises and just kind of melts and withers down into the dirt.
Fuck you, bitch.
That was hot. Literally.
That will end our combat.
No.
No, there's
Oh, there's still one more! Still one
Save
more!
the damn day.
I forgot.
You're gonna save the day.
Darn it, let me go back to our epic battle music here.
How dare you end the battle?
I know.
with
Two
one
major-
like mutated lizard folk.
He just
And
looks
that-
around
That's
like,
gonna bring us to the collective if you're done.
I'm done.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna firebolt him.
yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking firebolt
The
him.
goal is
We
to
all
save
miss.
there.
We
Not to
all
burn.
miss.
I'm gonna use one of my reactions to use Cosmic Omen Wheel and add a d6 to my roll. I don't know if it'll actually help.
I have no idea whose dice is who.
All the little ones are mine.
All the little ones yours?
Yep, there's one little one that's.
That one.
I
I
think
rolled
there's-
a 1 for a total of 7.
There might be.
No, that misses.
Oh, yeah,
For
one
a
of
total
it
of 10, I mean.
Still misses.
Okay.
There you go, Kate.
Go fish.
I didn't
Well,
get a single guy this time. Oh wait, no, I
I'm
killed the first guy.
gonna do Starform Archer instead then. Nope, I don't roll this one. 24?
That is.
Okay.
Okay.
And what am I rolling for Wild Magic now?
D20.
Oh, I think change it. That's fine.
Nope.
13 points for Starry Form. 10 for Wild Magic.
Do I have to roll a d8 again for my wild magic surge?
What'd you get your okay, you had 13 on your
Starry Form.
yep, and then the wild magic was
10.
you're good.
I got a 3 again.
And you gotta roll a
Yeah.
D8 again.
Super mega powered up.
1.
Okay, so as this is all like taking place simultaneously, your hands begin to vibrate, and you have like the sudden urge. You just expel your hands, palm first, directly towards the creature, and you cast a 5th level magic missile on it.
Yes.
It just happens. The
In
surge
case you
builds
weren't
and
dead enough.
goes. So go ahead and roll those. Pretty sure that's like
5th level
got
is 7.
70. And then, as this is all taking place, Tennant releases his 2 strikes, which each hit onto the creature. This could be the end of this creature.
I hope.
$27.
Additional. That was.
So as it feels confident taking all these strikes, all of a sudden you just kind of... And that's going to end it.
Whoops. Hey, I don't want no trouble, man. I don't want no trouble.
Alright. Now we change our music. That'll end our combat.
That was a lot.
As I think this is a good point for us to end this chapter of our tale. Thank you all for watching. Please click the subscribe button down below, smash the bell button, keep up to date on the newest episodes. We've got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of guests, a lot of partnerships and collaborations we're working on this year. We're going to be at some conventions, Gen Con being one of them. We're excited about that. Thumbs up the video if you liked it. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at crit_eating_grin, or we're on the TikTokies at crit_eating_grin, all one word. And until next time, keep
Keep
grinning.
grinning.
Bye.
One like or one hug for Team Sad.